4 worst breads you should never touch, and 4 you must eat daily. Are you grabbing the same loaf of bread every time you hit the grocery store? Do you check the label or just go for what's soft and cheap? Or maybe you're wondering if the bread you love is actually good for you as you age. If you're over 65, choosing the right bread isn't just about taste. It's about keeping your energy up, your heart healthy, and your digestion on track. But not all breads are created equal. Some can spike your blood sugar, clog your arteries, or leave you feeling sluggish. Others, they're packed with nutrients to keep you feeling strong and vibrant. So which breads should you avoid like the plague, and which ones should you eat every single day? Let's discuss the 4 worst breads you should never touch and the 4 you need to make a staple in your diet. The 4 worst breads you should never touch. Number 4, white bread. Let's start with the one you probably grew up with, white bread. It's soft, it's fluffy, and it makes a mean sandwich, right? But here's the problem. White bread is made from refined flour, which means the grain's nutrient-rich parts, like the bran and germ, are stripped away. What's left is mostly starch, which your body breaks down into sugar fast. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that eating refined grains like white bread can spike blood sugar levels by up to 30% more than whole grains in older adults. For seniors, this is bad news. High blood sugar swings can mess with your energy, make you feel tired, and increase your risk of type 2 diabetes, which affects about 25% of people over 65, according to the CDC. White bread also lacks fiber. Fiber is your friend as you age. It keeps your digestion moving and helps lower cholesterol. Without it, you might deal with constipation, which is a problem for nearly 20% of seniors, per the National Institute on Aging. Plus, white bread often has added sugars and preservatives to keep it soft and shelf-stable. Those extras can add up, especially if you're watching your heart health. What's the alternative? Skip the white bread and look for something with 100% whole grain on the label. We'll talk about better options later, but for now, leave that white loaf on the shelf. Your body will thank you. Number 3, sweetened breads, like honey wheat or cinnamon raisin. Do you love grabbing a loaf of honey wheat or cinnamon raisin bread for breakfast? They sound wholesome, don't they? But don't be fooled by the cozy names. These breads are often loaded with added sugars, sometimes as much as 5 grams per slice. That's like eating a cookie disguised as bread. Why does this matter? Too much added sugar can raise your triglycerides, a type of fat in your blood that increases heart disease risk. The American Heart Association says seniors over 65 are already at higher risk for heart issues. In sugary foods like these, breads don't help. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that older adults eating high sugar diets had a 20% higher chance of heart problems over 10 years. These sweetened breads also tend to be low in nutrients. The sugar gives you a quick energy boost, but it crashes fast, leaving you hungry again. For seniors, keeping blood sugar stable is key to avoiding fatigue and mood swings. And if you're dealing with arthritis, common in over 50% of people over 65, per the CDC, sugar can increase inflammation, making joint pain worse. Instead of sweetened breads, go for unsweetened whole grain options. If you want flavor, add a spread like mashed avocado or a thin layer of natural peanut butter. You'll get the taste without the sugar overload. Number 2, commercial sandwich breads with preservatives. You know those super soft sandwich breads that seem to last forever on your counter? They're cheap, convenient, and great for quick lunches, but they're often packed with preservatives like calcium propionate or sodium benzoate to keep them mold-free. Sounds helpful, but these additives can cause problems. Research from the Journal of Food Protection shows that some preservatives can disrupt gut bacteria, which is a big deal for seniors. Your gut health affects everything from digestion to immunity, and about 30% of older adults already have gut issues, according to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases. Messing with your gut bacteria can lead to bloating, discomfort, or even weaker immunity. These breads are also usually made with refined flour, so they're low in fiber and nutrients, just like white bread. Plus, they often have hidden sodium, sometimes 200 milligrams per slice. Too much sodium can raise blood pressure, which is a concern for nearly 70% of seniors with hypertension, per the CDC. Check the ingredient list next time you're shopping. If you see a long list of chemicals or words you can't pronounce, put it back. Look for breads with simple ingredients: flour, water, yeast, salt, and maybe some seeds or whole grains. Better yet, try baking your own or buying from a local bakery that skips the preservatives. Number 1. Gluten-free breads, unless you need them. Are you jumping on the gluten-free bandwagon because you think it's healthier? Unless you have celiac disease or a diagnosed gluten sensitivity, gluten-free breads can be a bad choice. Only about 1% of people have celiac disease, and another 6% have non-celiac gluten sensitivity, according to the Celiac Disease Foundation. If you don't fall into those groups, you're likely missing out on nutrients for no reason. Gluten-free breads are often made with refined starches like rice flour or potato starch to mimic the texture of regular bread. These starches act like sugar in your body, spiking blood glucose just like white bread does. A study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that gluten-free diets can lead to lower fiber and nutrient intake, which is a problem for seniors who need those nutrients to stay healthy. These breads also tend to have additives like xanthan gum or guar gum to hold them together, which can cause bloating or digestive discomfort for some people. And they're often pricier, sometimes twice the cost of regular bread. For seniors on fixed budgets, that's a hit to the wallet for no real benefit. If you don't need to avoid gluten, stick with whole grain breads. If you do have celiac disease or sensitivity, look for gluten-free breads made with nutrient-dense flours like almond, chickpea, or quinoa, and check for added fiber. But for most of you, gluten isn't the enemy. Bad bread choices are. The 4 breads you must eat daily. Now that we've covered the breads to avoid, let's talk about the ones you should be eating every day. These are packed with nutrients, keep you full longer, and support your health as you age. They're not just good, they're great for you. Number 4, 100% whole wheat bread. Let's start with a classic, 100% whole wheat bread. This isn't the wheat bread that's just white bread in disguise. Check the label for 100% whole wheat flour as the first ingredient. Whole wheat keeps the entire grain, including the fiber-rich bran and nutrient-packed germ. Why is this so good for you? One slice can have 3 to 4 grams of fiber, which helps with digestion and keeps your cholesterol in check. A study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that older adults who ate more fiber had a 20% lower risk of heart disease. Fiber also helps you feel full, which is great if you're trying to manage your weight. About 60% of seniors are overweight, per the CDC, and fiber can help with that. Whole wheat bread also has B vitamins, iron, and magnesium, which support energy and muscle health. As you age, muscle loss, called sarcopenia, affects up to 30% of people over 65, per the National Institute on Aging. Nutrient-dense foods like whole wheat bread can help keep you strong. Look for breads with at least 3 grams of fiber per slice and no added sugars. Pair it with protein like eggs or turkey for a balanced meal. Toast it, make a sandwich, or use it for avocado toast. It's versatile and good for you. Number 3, sprouted grain bread. Have you heard of sprouted grain bread? It's made from grains that are allowed to sprout before being ground into flour. This process makes the bread easier to digest and boosts its nutrient power. A study from the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism found that sprouted grains have more available nutrients, like folate, vitamin E, and antioxidants, than regular grains. These nutrients fight inflammation, which is a big deal for seniors since chronic inflammation is linked to heart disease, arthritis, and even memory issues. Sprouted breads also have a lower glycemic index, meaning they won't spike your blood sugar as much. That's key for keeping energy steady and avoiding diabetes risk. Sprouted grain breads, like Ezekiel bread, are also higher in protein, sometimes 5 grams per slice. Protein is critical for seniors to maintain muscle mass and strength. Plus, they're often made without preservatives, so you're getting a cleaner loaf. Keep sprouted bread in the freezer since it's preservative-free and can mold faster. Toast a slice for breakfast with almond butter or use it for a hearty sandwich. Just check the sodium. Some brands add more than others. Number 2, sourdough bread. Who doesn't love the tangy taste of sourdough? But did you know it's also one of the healthiest breads for seniors? Sourdough is made through fermentation, where natural bacteria and yeast break down the flour's starches and gluten. This makes it easier on your stomach. Research from the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry shows that fermentation increases the bioavailability of nutrients like iron, zinc, and magnesium, things seniors often need more of. It also lowers the bread's glycemic index, so it keeps your blood sugar more stable than other breads. That's a win for energy and diabetes prevention. Sourdough's fermentation also creates prebiotics, which feed the good bacteria in your gut. A healthy gut means better digestion and immunity, which is huge since 70% of your immune system lives in your gut, per the American Journal of Gastroenterology. For seniors, staying healthy is everything. Look for real sourdough made with just flour, water, salt, and a starter culture. No fake sourdough flavoring. A slice with soup or a smear of olive oil and herbs makes a perfect, gut-friendly meal. If you're sensitive to gluten but don't have celiac disease, sourdough might be easier to tolerate thanks to the fermentation. Number 1. Seeded whole grain bread. Top of the list is seeded whole grain bread. Think loaves packed with flax seeds, chia seeds, sunflower seeds, or pumpkin seeds. These breads are a nutritional powerhouse. The seeds add healthy fats, protein, and fiber, making every slice a mini meal for your body. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that eating seeds regularly can lower cholesterol and inflammation, reducing heart disease risk by up to 25%. That's huge for seniors, since heart disease is the leading cause of death for those over 65, per the CDC. Seeds like flax and chia also have omega-3 fatty acids, which support brain health. With memory issues affecting 10 to 20% of seniors, per the Alzheimer's Association, foods that boost brain health are a must. These breads are also super filling. The fiber and fats slow digestion, so you won't be reaching for snacks an hour later. That's great for weight management and keeping blood sugar steady. Plus, the crunchy texture of seeds can make meals more enjoyable, especially if you're dealing with reduced taste sensitivity. Choose a seeded whole grain bread with at least 4 grams of fiber and 5 grams of protein per slice. Check for low sodium and no added sugars. Slather it with hummus, pair it with a salad, or just toast it with a little butter for a snack that's as tasty as it is healthy. Which of these breads are you already eating? Or maybe you've been stuck with one of the bad ones. Drop a comment below and let me know what's in your kitchen. And if this helped you rethink your bread choices, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips to stay healthy and strong over 65. Keep those loaves out of the junk pile and onto your plate the right way. See you in the next video.